We're back with Scream 4. I've been wanting to see this film since it came out. In 2011, I almost said 2007, 2011. The sad thing is, this film did not shock me like the other ones did, because I was a big fan of looking up YouTube movie reviews when I haven't seen the film yet. And I don't do that anymore because I see pretty much every film now. Scream 4, I knew who the killer was because I saw, spoilers, if you haven't seen this film, I saw a interview with Emma Roberts, who said she was scared and having nightmares while she was reading the script. It took her a couple days to read the script, and that once she found out she was the killer, she wasn't all that scared. So, when I found out she was the killer, that's just stuck with me. I've been trying to find a copy of this for a long, long time. I've gotten DVD copies from the library, and it skipped at the 25-minute mark all the way till the 1-hour mark. I'm like, how do you skip that much? And I try to go to the chapters, and it won't let me go no further back than 1 hour in like 2 minutes. This Blu-ray does skip a little bit, but it only skipped like 30 seconds here and there. Like, I only missed a scene in a bookshop. Then it went right to that scene right there. If you don't know what this film's about, Scream 4 is all about Ghostface is back. Sidney Prescott is back in the town of Woodsboro. Dewey, I can't remember his last name. Dewey and Gail are still married. Gail has children with him, and Dewey is the sheriff now. And once Ghostface comes back into the picture, magically as Sydney is back in town on her last stop of her book tour, the Ghostface killings start again, and that's the whole plot of the film. You got a great cast in here to me. I'm a big, big fan of Alison Brie and Adam Brody. Also, I'm a big, huge fan of Hayden Panettiere. One of my favorite films of all time. I don't know why it's one of my favorites. It's just so entertaining and so well done, and it's I Love You, Beth Cooper. Great, great film. With Paul Rust. Not Paul Rudd, Paul Rust. Very underrated actor who needs to do more in film and television. Cast him more. You also got Rory Culkin, who is, of course, the brother of Macaulay Culkin. You can definitely tell. When he popped on screen, I'm like, is that Macaulay Culkin? Then I'm like, no. No, that's Rory. Not so good, really. He's trying to be his brother. He's trying to be his brother, be a big star, but Macaulay Culkin already did it first, and he did it better than he went off the deep end. The scares aren't really in here, but we don't watch this to be scared. You're watching this to find out who the killer is and why they did it. The reason in this film for the Ghostface killings to happen again is not really that creative. This is not the weakest in the franchise. I would say Scream 3 is the weakest in the franchise, but this one is a bit weak. But there's some killings in this that are not all that brutal. It's a pretty weak Scream sequel. I know we're getting a Scream 5 sometime. I've heard that that goes into production next year, but I've been hearing that for about 2 or 3 years now. Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette said they will come back for Scream 5. Well, Courtney Cox isn't really doing anything. David Arquette isn't really doing shit. And Neve Campbell was just in Skyscraper, so she's doing pretty well for herself. Scream 4, it's okay. It was worth watching. I'm definitely going to buy it so I can have all the Scream movies. But how I would rate them is Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 4, and Scream 3. Or Screforum. That's an old joke. You got 3 more reviews, and I will see you guys for those.